Hey everyone, it's Floss. It's my July wrap up and we're going to cover the books I have read for July and what I've been doing. It's not July. It is so July. Hey everyone, it's Floss. Welcome to my August wrap up. I'm going to talk about the things I've read, the things I've done, seen, all of the good stuff. The first thing I must admit to though is I'm crap at challenges. Total rubbish at them, whether it's Bookstagram, whether it's video challenges. I get a real burst of energy initially and then I just fade out. I was challenged with the lovely Kirsty from Melbourne on My Mind to do the Vlog Everyday August challenge. And there was these great topics and I'd recorded some stuff and I was like, yay, this is gonna be good for me. It's gonna get me into vlogging every day. What happened? Bad vlogger. I did about 3 videos and it fell apart real fast. So I'm really sorry for that. I didn't mean to not participate. I love what people do when they do challenges. I think they're awesome. I just get distracted. I'm like a goldfish. I'm just like, what's happening over here? So if you challenge me, I will try. So it's not personal. It's not because I think you are terrible. The challenge is terrible. I'm bad. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Second thing, the Olympics was a big reading distraction thing because I just love the Olympics. People doing weird sports that I never see are just having me enthralled. And all for the cross-country equestrian, which I'd never watched before in my life and found it compelling at 3 in the morning. And the handball and the badminton and all those crazy sports that you never see except at the Olympics, I am there for that. So I kind of, especially because of the time zone in Australia, it started at about 11. Live coverage of the day's activities usually started about 11 o'clock. Terrible, because that's like go to bed reading time. And for me, the night owl, I found that just like irresistible. I'd be like, ooh, I'll just watch to the end of this match. And then on another channel, another amazing sport come on. So my reading kind of suffered. So my August goals versus my August actual reading didn't quite happen. But I did read some books. Let's quickly wrap them up. One of the books I read was Losing It by Cora Carmack. I left a review, which I'll leave in the link below. I was mildly disappointed by this. It's a story of Bliss who falls in love with her drama teacher in college and how they handle that relationship. I think Cora Carmack's done better, more evolved series. This was her first novel. And if you're looking for a new adult with a bit more extra depth, a bit more emotion, a bit more characterization, I'd look elsewhere in her range. I actually had to interrupt some of my planned reading for We Were Friends. I run a book club in Melbourne called Books, Wine, Gossip, and we do every 6 weeks or so, a get together and we provide 3 great books that we would totally recommend people to read. It's more people for like ages, say 25 to however old you want to be. But if you enjoy kind of women's fiction or a good page-turning novel, please come along. I'll leave a link below for you for our next one. But we talk about a range of books. So a friend and I, who are both publishing people, run this. And one of the books that we dropped in at the last minute was a book called We Were Friends. It's very much in the same vein as Leanne Moriarty-esque in that a group of friends have a lifetime of secrets. They're all friends from college and we meet them in their 40s as they're getting together for a bit of a media reunion. And everyone kind of doesn't really want to do it anymore. Everyone's given up on their friendships. Everyone's grown apart, but still that kind of lure of friendship makes them go anyway. Someone gets drunk, secrets are told, and a lot happens in this book. Look, it's a very readable, good, beachy read kind of thing. More interesting with the characters. The writing wasn't exactly amazing, but still, I enjoyed it, and I recommended it as a good turn the pages, because you just need to know what's going to happen next kind of book. I did it! I finished it, Gemini! And it was amazing! I'm so excited because I just found out today the news was announced that the final book illustrations will be done by Marie Lu. Yes! I mean, that's just awesome! Awesome! If you've seen her artwork on her website, you'll know how awesome that is. And I know that I'd said in my review, which I'll leave below, that I was worried and torn about whether I would read this or not because of the artwork or not being there. And while, as I said in the review, this book totally stands up without the artwork is just going to be extra special now. Like, it's going to be epic. And I'm so going to be buying this book on day 1 of release, which is the 18th of October. This book totally stands up to its predecessor, Illuminae, and sets up this amazingly confident, energetic world that Australian authors especially YA, aren't really writing in this style at least. So I cannot say enough good things about this series, about Amy and Jay's people, which is really nice when the authors are nice and the books are good. It's a happy, happy time that sometimes it doesn't happen. So, yay! I also read a few of the short stories from Summer Days, Summer Nights. I must admit, this was the book I picked up at the start of the Olympics, and this is the one that got distracted. I've read a couple and I'm enjoying it. It's a real dip in, dip out book kind of thing, so I think it's going to probably be on my TBR for a while in terms of, or bedside table even, as just one that I'm like, I'm not really feeling what I'm reading. I might just dip into this one for a little bit. So, so far so good. It's light, it's fluff, it's good, and it's a nice, good looking book, so yay. And I am currently reading and really enjoying Darktown. Darktown is the story of the first 8 African-American cops on the Atlanta PD in the 40s. It is incredibly fascinating in terms of the author has obviously done a lot of research about the time, but it doesn't feel like research. It's more just so that we know how people are treated, because if you're reading it and you're like, what? This would never, a lot of what they're facing would never happen now. But also has such eerie and sadly eerie hallmarks to what is happening, and not even callbacks but call forwards to what is happening. So I find, the murder mystery itself has me intrigued about what exactly is happening. The treatment of the cops and the people around them in their lives is interesting to me. The setting, Atlanta in the summer, I can feel the heat and it's hot and it's sticky, and there's not like, it's not now where you just go into the air conditioning. No. And even just the small things like the geography of the city and how the blacks and the whites are separated, it's all incredibly interesting to me. It's out, I believe now. I'm holding up the American proof, but I do believe this book is out. I will check that though, and I'll leave a link below so that you can get it. But it's a fascinating, it's not a gory crime too, which I really like. I'm not someone who loves someone, being flayed off their skin. So I can totally already, I'm about, halfway through, recommend this already. I'm going to recommend this. So that was my very disjointed August reading. I felt like it was a bit of a failure because I was kind of so excited by my July reading, how well I did. But I did, very excitingly, go on the National Bookshop Day Walkathon. In Melbourne, a group of authors and book industry people got together for the Love Oz YA Walkathon Challenge, and we went to, I think it was 11 or 12 different bookstores all over Melbourne. And when I mean all over Melbourne, I mean all over Melbourne. We walked, in the end, it worked out to be 18 kilometres. I joined in on the second bookstore, and so I would say I had to walk 17. But it was, I think there was a stretch there where we maybe underestimated how far we had to walk. But it didn't matter, we had fun. Yay for everyone, yay for all the bookstores. I tweeted about it. I left some photos of some of the bookstores that I visited on my Instagram, so if you want to see, special shout out to the Sun, the Younger Sun bookstore in Yarraville, who had a great finish line for us, which was so cool because we were joking about it. And then when we got there and they had it, it was really funny. But I picked up an amazing range of books. Dimix234 had a free book thing, and this is S.J. Kincaid, which I'm assuming is the same one as Diabolic. So I think that's what that is. I also picked up Every Breath by L.A. Marnie, and I also picked up I'll Meet You There, which has been recommended to me, so I'm excited for this one. I also picked up When Michael Met Mina, because I've seen a lot of great bloggy review stuff, so thank you everybody who's been reviewing this. You've encouraged me to read it. I also picked up Slated. I've heard really good things about this, so I'm catching up on so much reading and so much good things books that I'm almost like 2 years behind everyone else. And I also picked up Landline, because I hadn't read Landline and I was going to Melbourne Writers Festival to meet Rainbow Rowell. So that was, I had to get that under. I also picked up Nevernight at the launch. I went to the launch in Melbourne. Let's just say Melbourne had more people than Sydney. On notice. You've been noticed. I haven't read this yet, but everyone's raving about it. And for me, who's a reluctant fantasy reader, this is going to be a challenge, but the rave has made me want to do it. So I think this might be on my September TBR, but we'll see. Thank you to Penguin. I got a copy of Amazing Face. I've already looked at it and realised that I'm not doing that for my skin. But also, it's got some good little short tips as well. And I think Zoe Foster writes in such a funny, relatable way. If you follow her Instagram, it's in the book as well. So it's that kind of very joking, very funny, sarcastic humour. But it doesn't feel like it's being condescending or too jokey. Part of the National Book Club Day was a Save Oz Stories compilation from a range of authors from a range of publishers, all about their opinions on parallel importations. Now, if you don't know what that is, I have done a video on that. So that was my August wrap up, mixed in with a bit of a haul as well. I'm going to do my September TBR tomorrow and set some goals for myself and hopefully commit to those goals and make some dreams come true for my book reading stuff. My book of the month absolutely would be Gemini. Total hands down. Book 2 of a series can often be a make or break in, is this as good as the first book or was the first book a fluke? It is as good, I guarantee it. It's so good. Probably my most disappointing book would be Losing It by Cora Carmack, only because of the expectations I brought in based on her other work. But I'm excited for when she hopefully announces book 4 in the Rusk University series. I will leave links to my Twitter and my Instagram so you can follow me. I tend to be there more regularly sometimes. If you're a bachelorette person and you're wondering what the hell this is, hi, I read books too. I'm smart. What was your favourite read of August? What was your most disappointing read of August? I would love to know. Let me know in the comments below and I will talk to you soon.